Welcome back to Ray and Mon's Thai Time channel. Yeah, this is today's update of what progress we've done this morning and later this last night. But before we walk you around and show you the update, I just wanted to put it out there to anybody that lives in Thailand or has been here and heard the word cannot. It comes up quite frequent in whatever you do. So I've come to a conclusion on how to overcome this cannot situation. So for instance, we're doing the fence behind me along the main road, and they said that I couldn't put the posts where the posts are now, that I had to move it further up onto my land. So I was trying to explain to him the house plot of land is higher than the road, so when we put the metal fence there'll be a gap underneath, which will be actually pointless of putting the fence up to stop the dogs getting out, because they will just crawl underneath. So after a couple of hours of them saying you cannot, it's the road, and I'm saying I can because I put the soil in. There was no soil here this time last year, and it is my land. So I come up with a plan. I got a picture of the fence that we was putting up, so I showed them that it was a metal fence and it needs to be put up in a straight line, otherwise they'd have a gap. So they understood that. I then got me pen and pencil out and drew on a bit of paper, you know, the land for the house up here and the road down there, and the fence going at an angle showing them the gap, saying that they would have to dig out a trench to make it level. Once they understood where I was coming from and what I was intending on the fence, the cannot became yeah, you can, there's no problem with that. So little tip for you, if you get in a situation of a cannot, I think it's more of they don't understand what you're trying to achieve. So by drawing a little picture of what you would like and showing them a photograph of the product that you're using, should overcome any of the cannots. So there you go, that's my tip of the day. So let's go for a walk around and show you what progress has been done so far today, and like I say, this evening. So we'll start off on the middle of the plot. Just do a quick spin round so you can see where we are. Familiarise yourself of where we're starting on the video, and then we will do our 5-10 minute walk around the plot for our daily exercise. So there you go, in the middle of the plot. As you can see, majority of the grass now has been trimmed. A little bit over here on your left, and up the far end, which I'd literally just run out of fuel in the strimmer, so couldn't finish this little bit. So once I've done this video, I'll fill the strimmer up and get this bit done. And walking through the middle of the land, again up towards the pond. As you can see, there's more rice been picked. It's literally nearly finished, but Mon's just nipped out on a moped to pick up some lunch for us and the workers, which yeah, it's normal. And again, any of you that have tradesmen come into your properties to build houses and stuff and think, bloody hell, where's the builder today? I understand now. Every morning you've got to go and pick up your materials, which takes time, which means that when you plan to get to work at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, that plan goes out the window and becomes 9:30. So I've managed to start strimming down the middle section here, about halfway, so I think maybe an hour in that section and that'll be done. As I say, one more post to go in here on the left. I'm not sure why the post that's here has got these terminals on top. I think it's something to do with the electricity, but I don't know. If you know what it's for, send me a comment and let me know. It'd be interesting. So, there you go. I'm not sure on that one. So anyway, back round, all these posts, like we said yesterday, all ready to go. We had to pick up a couple more rolls of chain link fence this morning, so another 100, was it 100 meters? 100 meters of fencing, a couple of 100 meters worth of barbed wire, and that should get today's work out of the way. And then in the morning we'll pick up the last couple of lengths of chain link and maybe another roll of barbed wire. So got to finish off just round here, a bit of strimming. As I say, all these bamboo posts are coming out. Back up there, need to clear this little bit, and all the way along here needs to be cleared. And that'll be me done for the strimming for a few weeks, which will be a good job done. And we can look to move on to the next projects, which will be moving some soil over to this area along here, I think. Getting all this pushed over, maybe ploughed, as we're in conversation at the moment what we're going to be planting next. We think it's going to be sweet corn, but it could be watermelon, it could be many things, so we're still in talks on that, on what we're going to do. Right, under that one, so back up here, all these bamboo holes in the middle, I'm gonna knock up a little hut to give us a bit more shade for whilst we're working on the land. But again, we went to Global Home or Global House this morning, looked at an impact drill, and it was more money than I wanted to spend, to be honest. By the time you bought the battery, the charger, the drill bits, or the screw heads, whatever you want to call them, it was coming up to 10,000 baht, 250 quid, which seemed expensive for an electric drill for me. So we're going to look at something else on that. So again, we're going to have a gate entrance here going into brother and sister's land. The fence is all up now on this section with the barbed wire as well. It's all looking pretty good. As you can see, coming up there is a post slightly higher than it should be, but we've got solid rock underneath, so we couldn't go any deeper. And to be honest, I'm not that bothered. It's a fence to keep the dogs in, so it's only the one, so that'll be okay. So again, here it's all completed. This bit is going to be the entrance. Again, going to build a metal gate to go in that, hopefully within the next week or 2 weeks. That'll all be up, or all 3 gates will be up by then, hopefully. That's our makeshift camp at the moment. Bit of shade in this extreme heat. The truck broke yesterday or Sunday, a couple of days ago. Something to do with the gearbox. We've got to go back to the guy who sold us that and speak to him to see what's gonna happen. I think they've done a temporary fix, but we need to look into it a bit more. So there'll be an update on the truck, what we're doing with that. As I say, progress is looking good. All this is now up and done on the chain link, and now the guys are still working. Doing a great job. I'll come all the way down here now, and then as I say, I'm not going to walk all the way up around, but they're basically up to this corner now with the fencing, and it's looking great. It's looking really good. Very happy. As I say, once I've got all the prices in, how much we've spent on concrete posts, sand, cement, barbed wire and chain link, I'll stick it up on the video and let you all know how much it is in English and in Thai. And as we've mentioned before, the plot of land is 3 rai, so I'll give you a rough idea on how much it will cost to put a cheap solution around your property. Okay, we'll catch up with you later. A happy girl cutting the last bit of her rice. Are you happy?
Huh?
Are you happy? Yeah, nearly finished. So we're at the end of another day of work. So round the pond is basically all cut back now, a little bit up the end here to do on the embankment sides, but literally done all the way around, which is looking good. And then we'll take a walk around this way and see the progress on the fence. So it's been basically 7 days, 6 days working on the land now, and all the posts are in. The fence is now heading its way up here, so possibly 2 more days and I think we'll have it all done. I've got about an hour's worth of strimming left to do, which I'm going to do tomorrow, because I'm absolutely beat today in this heat. So yeah, it's all good. This is where we're up to on the chain link fence, up to here. And in terms of fencing, we're about halfway around the property with a wire fence, but with regards to all the posts, digging the holes and cementing them in, that's all done. So all the hard work, all the prep's been done. It should be quite quick now. Obviously 2 rows of barbed wire on the chain link to stop the cows coming into the land. There's cows and buffaloes in the field. That's it. I'll just have a little zoom in for you. And you can see the buffaloes at the back and the cows in the front. That's 6. And if we come over here, there's a couple more. So we're up to 8. I think they want to eat her motorbike, so she's shooing them away. Then pan round here. There's another 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got 12 cows in the neighbouring fields, which again, this was all rice. But last year they changed it all to sweet corn after the rice had finished. So I assume they'll be cracking on to that in the next few weeks. So coming back round to our property, fence is all done, so good result once again today. I'm just going to zoom back out a little bit more because it goes all over the place, because I haven't brought my gimbal out with me yet today as I haven't read the instructions on how to add it to my Bluetooth. So that's another job on my list, which hopefully will make it a much smoother recording, and then if need be I'll add to my little system with a mic. So we will see. We will see how the likes and the subscribes and the notifications go on the YouTube, if we can finalise getting it monetized, and see where we go. But even if the channel doesn't get monetized, I will still be uploading videos for all my friends and family to keep an eye on what I'm up to every day, every week, so they can follow my journey whilst they're all sitting back in the UK and wherever they are, whether they're cold or hot, they can enjoy my journey as well. So back up and round, and brother's turned up on his land over here. He's got his rice to sort out, same as us. We've got to start the beating process to get the grain off the straw bits, whatever you call it, once it's all dried. So yeah, we've got quite a stack of rice at the moment. So I was speaking to Mon earlier. I said, how much does she pay for rice? And she said she pays 570 baht for 27 kilos, I think she said, which is about £14, £13 for 20 odd kilos, 25, 27 kilos. So I don't really think it's worth doing, but it's an experience that we've done, and it hasn't cost us anything. We've added no fertiliser or any chemicals, so it's all grown naturally from the rainy season, producing the water and just the cost of the seed, the rice itself, which was nothing, and our time and our labour, which is free, to produce whatever we're going to have. So we'll get a rough weight of it in the next few days when we start putting it into sacks, and I'll let you know roughly how many weeks or months worth of rice we managed to yield. So once again, thanks for watching, and we'll move on to the next thing tomorrow. See you again soon. Bye bye.